Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. First thing that is popping in the news is that we saw that dancehall artist known as Radija. In case you don't know who he is, he's that artist that has a Freemason tattoo over his eyes. Anyhow, apparently one of the youth that lost their life in that buzzing video that was making its round all over social media where CTOC through the JCF intercepted a black vehicle with 3 men aboard. There was a shootout based on what the police is saying. After the smoke cleared, all 3 men. Two of them looked like they lost their life on the spot. One of them in face looked like substance explosion from high-powered rifle. Well, people, this dancehall artist made a post and he's saying that there's too much injustice in Jamaica because his friend, one of the person occupants of that vehicle, was an innocent youth. He was not on the robbery. Well, people, you've seen those videos of those robberies, maybe the night or so before the actual interception on the Mandela Highway. Well, people, this dancehall artist has something to say in defense of his friends. I want you to take a listen, take a look at exactly what he has to say, and then I'll give my piece.
Uno feel like say people are idiot, dog. And feel like say uno can play upon people intelligent like uno thinks everybody are idiot. You understand? Uno kill a youth them and expect say nothing enough to come out tight, dog. You understand? Uno say the youth will drive they pan robbery uno have him pan video. So uno never see say the next youth them never depend no video. Eh? Uno shoot up the car, kill one of the youth them, cool. Alright. Uno take out the next 2 youth them now, put them in a van back. Alive. You understand? Good, alive. The video them there circulate, bro. Alive, dog. And then Bumbuckler man reach a hospital now with gunshot in her head. News I go say, shoot out and man dead in a car. And take picture now with people in a car dead. You understand? Make the youth them lean back like them dead. And they never know say people have video the thing and see when the man them a come out of the car now and are going at the van in the come. Member dog, the system, member youth. You understand? You have to wake up, dog. You can't just go around and just kill people like you feel like say people are just dog and blood clot chicken and fall. I want to know, man. I don't know want to tell myself to shut up my mouth. Eh? And if you remember and blah blah blah, I'm not afraid of nothing, dog. Anything, everybody have life and you see they are dead then dead. Everybody are just one destiny, one road, dead. You understand? Yeah, dog. But in the come, member dog. You understand? Cool. Everything good. You know done you say no?
Now, people, you heard what this youth had to say. So let me address a couple of the points that he made. First thing first, why did this all happen? This all happened because these youths were on a robbery spree that they were sent out by their dan at the era. Him give them the gun. The car was more than likely stolen. And then he sent them on a robbery spree. What a robbery spree mean is not just a one-off thing. And yes, the video that we saw was probably the latest place where them rob this business, this bar, this establishment. You saw them with the gun. You saw them when they arrive in the front parking lot, and you saw them when they leave. And then them park the vehicle, went back for the vehicle probably the next day early in the morning. I am going to let you hear a voice note with somebody that probably saw them when they went for that car, whether they went to steal the car or whether they went to pick up the car. That is further on in this video. Just stay tuned. Now, people, truth be told, the video that we saw that the police was taking 2 individuals out of the vehicle by them hand, by them foot, by them neck, by them collar. And then them just fling them in the van back like hog and goat. Regular style, JCF after any sorts of shootouts. And then there was one individual with his face pretty much gone. Don't know if that individual is your friend. Whichever individual was your friend, it does not matter. Like them say, birds of a feather flock together. Show me your company, I will show you who you are. It's kind of ironic that I did a video maybe a couple of days ago and I said that the JCF is sending out a psychological warning. So whenever you see these videos circulating on social media where there's a shootout in the commission or after a robbery, after a killing, after any kind of thing, The JSF is sending a message out there that this is going to be your destiny. This is how you're going to be dealt with in a very inhumane way, because you want other persons that have aspirations of doing the same thing for no say this is going to be your destiny, meaning destination doom. So the police know what they're doing. Like they say, desperate times calls for desperate measure. And we see that Jamaica was averaging 12, 1,000, 1,400, 1,600 persons per year. At present, I think it is probably 600 or less. Don't quote me, and you don't need to comment about that. I just have to say, way less. So the police have to take a stance. And that stance is, this is the dawning of a new day. Whenever you're in the company of any sort of criminal element and you're facilitating them directly or indirectly, you're in the company, in the commission of a crime, whether it's a shooting, whether it's a robbery, whether it's a takeaway, you too will be dealt with just as if you pulled the trigger, just as if you were there. People don't have the time to decipher who was there the day before or who was there the day after. You are going to go to the afterlife. It is plain and simple like that. I made it very clear. Parents out there, loved ones out there, tell your people it is a dawning of a new day, and the police, they are not taking any sorts of checks. Now, this youth is also saying that he want in the come to investigate because the youths were alive after the police intercepted the vehicle and shoot up the vehicle. Sir, based on the amount of gunshot that all of those individuals got, it was only going to be an act of God if they actually made it. They were pretty much DEAD on the scene, just waiting to take their last gasping breath. And that is exactly what took place. And why I say this youth was pretty much DEAD is the fact that this was a collaboration between CTOC and the JCF. Had it been just the JCF, well, we couldn't say, yeah, but CTOC is a little bit more organized. CTOC is not going to be there, and I am not saying that CTOC was in that vehicle or accompanied that vehicle when they took those 3 individuals to the hospital, so any card couldn't play. And like I've always said, don't start no ish, won't be no ish. If you don't want to lose your life controversially, keep away from crime, keep away from robbery. Don't make nobody press your button and send you if you go do any sorts of crime, any sorts of robbery, any kind of thing. Because 2024, 2025, the police them are move different for the betterment of Jamaica. So therefore, they are sacrificing your human rights, your dignity for the betterment of Jamaica. So therefore, look at the big picture, or you're going to get some big gunshot. It is as simple as that. And you, sir, Mr. Radija, make sure whenever you are talking, say you're not afraid of nobody, rete, lele, there's a thing like you see a few moments later, one of those holiday, whatever them call it. Don't let this happen to you. Don't come out big, bad, and bold, because you know, say, nobody is immune to losing their life, especially when you are a criminal facilitator, because that is exactly what you did. Because these youths been on a robbery spree. So whether your friend enter the vehicle later or earlier, it does not matter. They are going to fall in the same category, meaning DEAD. And such is the case in that case. Now, people, like I said, I had seen the post that Radija made on social media in defense of his friend and saying that his friend is an innocent youth and he was not a part of the robbery. And the other individual in the car was not a part of the robbery. They just got caught in the wrong situation at the wrong time and went to the wrong place. However, I got a video before that, hours before that, where somebody in the street, somebody that sends me information all the time, was saying that he actually experienced being in a vehicle with those youth while they were going to pick up the vehicle or rob that vehicle. I want you to take a look to this voice note that is manipulated because of obvious reason, and then I'll give my piece.
Big up my brother. I had my advice. You know, say the 3 youth them get unalive yesterday. You know, say them did in a Portmore yesterday. I'll show you what go on. Alright, so them forward in a taxi right out a mall. A 7-seater taxi. We are run from Portmore. I think at 20, I remember if 17 or 20 road, but nevertheless it run from Portmore town, so 7-seater. When it reach right at the bus stop right out at the mall where BCI seated so where people even take the bus them and taxi go half a tree and town out a mall right there so. So when the 7-seater pull up there so and thing, you know, I want me see me I tell about it and when nobody I tell me what me see. So when the 7-seater pull up, matter of fact, I even four of them apart, and even three of them apart, four of them apart. When the 7-seater pull up, three of them pull over and some little schema or something over them face like and them come around in the back seat. Me have my me have my phone in my hand, you know. It's the moment me see them put up my phone car. As I in the street man, I know when man stay a certain way. So I see them put up my phone and thing. Three of them sit down run in the back seat. And next you know, I don't know where you call them man there. What role in I don't know the specific name of the role him play, but here I go on. Him know where I will roll with them that are the fourth guy. Him a act like him not know them. Them a act like them not know him. So him not say nothing to them not say nothing to him. So it's when them forward run from the back seat after the three of them. Him know forward in the taxi after that, but him sit down out at the end to the door. Watch her gone. Mind you, know, them not talk to each other. Pretend like them don't know each other. When the driver for the 7-seater taxi one more now, him go out the door the one and him finally get it. So one already and get the one ready to move off and now. I tell you, the man, the taxi man literally pull up him handbrake, put on an indicator and ease up off him clutch, press gas, and I move off now. So you don't know say when the man literally move off and thing, mirror one of them say, run in the back say, yo, so the number three bus there, you know. Apparently, me never look behind me still. Cause you know, no one man so me I look on them and thing. And if me I look around there if it's a JUTC or what, but me when one of them say, yo, see a number three, see the number three bus there, you know. And what next one say, yo driver, stop the taxi. And you see the youth were pretend like they don't know each other without the door. Him bust the door and stand up. I wait for the three of them pass and the three of them pass and going at the number three bus with them surround there or whatever. Apparently from them come out them my things say them are going or something. So the youth are there at the door nowhere, them are pretend like they don't know each other. When the tree fall from the back and go in the bus. Him know. Him stand up like him I go come back in the taxi, them see him turn on him. I said nothing, you know. Him follow behind them. So I said to myself, as I in the street man, I say, you know, I said that you would there. I would have power with them, and you know, so them three youth they run in the back. Some foolishness them a either them a come from or them a go, but based on how them look, them not come from no foolishness. Them a guarded foolishness where them a go do. Same time, I said to the driver, you see, cause driver do feel a little way about what go on. So I said to the driver, I said, driver, you better thank God, cause them youth there, I suck them up to who to tell. Probably how me see them a move. Probably them the one all rob the driver or rob the passenger then or the taxi, but probably to overlook, they don't know who is who. So them never bother make attempt, so them use the number three bus as an excuse to come out of the taxi. But it's a mission necessary them did a look. Probably them did a look a mission of a passenger or taxi. But as we say, probably to overlook them say them never bother try it. And a them same one. They see the car where them get look like a town them go get the car there car number three bus. When me look it up me realize say it run got a town. And a town taxi the taxi where them in come out is a town taxi, so apparently them a go a town. So the vehicle where them in a town them go get that. And the fourth youth, I don't know if him did it with them, but I know three of them did a par of four. So probably him stop off somewhere or whatever. But no if you're mere facts I miss them a put more like CMD there.
Now, people, like I said, this is not blogging 101 for dummy. I'm in the street for real. Don't mean homeless, meaning that we know the streets, we know the code. So when you hear this man is saying now, 4 individuals, 3 of them act like them know each other, the third one, the word that you're looking for is the spatalion, or the crony, the side crony that act like him not a part or not, him just a spot out and a scheme out. Call it say a third eye, which probably lost his third eye too. Now people, you hear the man I say, them coming at the taxi, what you think they were doing? Possibly, because I don't know their mindset, I was not there. Then possibly I look for a next vehicle for thief. So maybe them are going to thief the vehicle from the taxi man, probably kill the people in the vehicle, or just rob them and take away the vehicle. Because them know within themselves, say, the black vehicle which they were caught intercepted in, and then the CTOC and the police do a touchdown, tap them out. Them know that the vehicle is hot because, like I said in the video that I did, I said that they're done, sent them out, and they've been on a robbery spree, so therefore they were probably more than likely using that black vehicle. The vehicle get hot, so them get desperate and want a next vehicle, so them assess and analyze the situation, and then they left. Obviously, they went back to that hot vehicle. Obviously, that was what led to their demise because they were spotted on the CTOC, who were looking for them based on the latest spree of robbery that they went on. So it could have been a couple of things. Could have been that they were going to take the taxi and go up on a lookout for get a next vehicle, or they were just going to take the taxi and go look for the black vehicle which they had parked. If you don't know anything about car theft or using any sorts of car in any sorts of commission of robbery or murder, what they usually do, take the vehicle from the owner, then park the vehicle a specific place to see if there's any sorts of tracker on the vehicle. If them come back and them not see things look suspicious, meaning police out there look and wait for them to pick up the vehicle, or them see the vehicle gone, then them know tracker upon it. So once they make sure that the vehicle, even though it's hot, is not under surveillance. So therefore, they probably was going to take the taximan vehicle, probably going to that vehicle, or probably going for a new vehicle. Either way, like I always say, man a plan, gotta wipe out. They've been doing a whole bunch of BS. And like I've always said, the good that you do, it follows you, and the bad that you do, it haunts you. And these persons were really haunted, literally, meaning ton dopey. Thanks to the JCF, thanks to CTOCs. Whatever they got, they truly deserved. They were working for it. So the moral of the story is this. Don't start no ish, won't be no ish. For every action, there's an equal and sometimes deadly reaction. And these youth found out the very wrong way. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is based off a video that has been making its round on social media, where it is confirmed that a Chinese businesswoman was robbed along Orange Street that is in Kingston by 2 men brawling. I want you to take a look to the actual video that was recorded from CCTV. Then somebody on their phone was kind of showing it, so people not directly. But you could see exactly what took place. Take a look.
So she is there, yeah.
Now, people, that is what you call brawling, barefaced, daylight robbery. In the company of everybody that was on that busy thoroughfare, Orange Street to be specific. Now, if this is not an indication of how bad Jamaica has sunken, and it did not just sink, it has been going on like this for the longest time. However, a certain set of people thought that they had immunity. Well, people of late in the last couple of years ago, we see that we are all equal opportunity target or victims, including the people from over Picapau. Now, people, when you see stuff like this and you see that these people have the audacity to rob people in a broad daylight right in front of everybody, because them know the psychology, persons are not going to react. Persons are not going to defend somebody and then might end up losing their lives. So therefore, they just go about their merry business as if they never see nothing, like they say. See no evil, hear no evil, and nobody see nothing. People just mind them own business. What don't concern you, leave it alone. So when you see say people are getting robbed in a broad daylight brawling, and then persons are not willing to assist, fearing that they might lose their life. So that is why whenever the police hold these individuals and pull them up a hot lead, people shouldn't come out and protest and say them are innocent youth, because it was right there in the screen for everybody to see that these youths are guilty as sin. So therefore, if them do some sin like this, they are supposed to meet their maker, meaning the devil in a hell. Point blank and period.